Welcome back to Miami and welcome to qualifying. Only raw speed will separate these drivers today, but the question is, who's got what it takes to get pole?
Radio check, please. Radio check. I'm afraid we've dropped to P22. P22.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend, so we'll see you all tomorrow. Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium, and 19 corners make up the Miami International Autodrome, which will challenge the drivers in a tight wheel-to-wheel race. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly, and Antonelli, Pierce, Piastri, Hamilton, and Ollie Behrman, Albon, Norris, Carlos Sainz, and Maloney, Stroll, Coulthard, Pepe Marti, and Paul Aaron, Lawson, Bortoletto, Ocon, and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, you know, those pre-race rituals are essential to make...
Okay, mate, radio check, please, radio check. Right, mate, I know it's hot in that cockpit, believe me, but your tyres are even hotter than that. You've got to work really hard today to keep them cool, otherwise we're going to suffer with our performance.
Welcome back to Miami and welcome to qualifying. Only raw speed will separate these drivers today, but the question is, who's got what it takes to get pole?
Radio check, radio check. Okay, recommend taking wet tyres in the current conditions. We've been pushed down to P22. quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are fastest lap at the moment, 1 minute 40.7. Verstappen, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Russell and Norris. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:40.7.
Florida is no stranger to world-class sports, and as of 2022, the USA's Sunshine State is now on the F1 calendar. Welcome back to the Magic City for the Miami Grand Prix. With great opportunities for wheel-to-wheel battles featuring 19 corners, 3.36 miles long and expected average speeds of 138 miles an hour, the Miami International Autodrome will be sure to create lots of chances to overtake. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Yuki Tsunoda lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Norris, Joshua Pearce, and Sainz. Piastri, Hamilton, Gasly, and Lance Stroll. Coulthard, Antonelli, Paul Aaron, and Behrman. Albon, Ocon, Zayn Maloney, and Liam Lawson. Hadjar, Pepe Marti, Bortoletto, and Charles Leclerc completes today's grid order. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check. Right, I know you're hot in the cockpit, but your tyres are going to be even hotter. You're going to have to work extra hard today to keep them cool. looks stable at the moment, no rain currently expected. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts. Now use DRS now available. Okay, Sainz is ahead of you, and the time last lap, 1 minute 37.0. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay mate, that's it, go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there mate, looks like a nice stop time, we're happy with that one. Okay, 1 stop to go, just 1 stop left in this strategy. Pepe Marti ahead. Time last lap, 1 minute 34.0. Okay, gap ahead, 26.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. They've got some kind of mechanical problem. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, off we go, back into the race. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, Liam's behind you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Time last lap, 1 minute 32.5. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 5.7 seconds. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race, final lap. The car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. P13. You're currently in P13. Stroll is ahead of you. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 0.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. That's Behrman behind you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate. All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Yuki Tsunoda takes the checkered flag and wins.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
It's time to bring out the bubbly and spray it around. It's our podium celebrations. What a victory for a very popular young man. Yuki Tsunoda takes the top step today. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Big opportunity, boss. A potential title sponsor wants to strike a deal at the next negotiations.
Hey, Chief. We have a part or two ready for development because they've finished research. Let's get that in motion, shall we? Head to engineering for more info.
have you got a moment? Need your input. Boss, we've got interest. There's a sponsor looking to work with us. Great result with this one. Here's the latest.
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development. Let's get that performance on the car.